Hello, 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 Aquarius. How are you guys doing today? Whew, it's been quite the morning, quite the morning. So, welcome. Happy whatever day we're on. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, where you are in the world or watching it at what time it ever it is. So, my name is Patti. I'm an empath, and I am doing your intuitive tarot. I do intuitive coaching, which is sort of like counseling from the divine, more of a spiritual counseling kind of a thing. Not so much earthly bound, because we want to get you on track from from spirit, mind, and body. Anyway, it is not counseling, it is coaching, just so you know. You can get one-on-one. You can see down below how to do that, or if you want a one-on-one reading, I will do a one-on-one reading. Just see that information down below, or you can email me and ask questions too. All right. So we are going to get started between the 7th and the 13th, and that was fast. That was very fast. For you guys, Aquarius, to see where we're going to be going. Now, the first card out is for the 7th through the 13th. That is for this week, the current energy that is going on. The next card is actually for the end of the week, going and moving forward to future energies for this next week. All depends on what your decisions are, how you make your energies, in which way this is going to go as far as forward. So let's look at this here. So we have a sad embrace, the number 9. 9 is being very, very intense. The intensity is like at the almost ultimate. So whatever this is, you're almost like at your limit. Now, the sad embrace is also, it's sort of like something has ended or something is finishing and you're sad about it. But it's something that needed to happen to evolve you to the next level. It is something that needed to happen, whether that is something like an ended relationship, ended job, unfortunate passing of someone, maybe whatever it is, loss of money, those kind of things. It all depends on the person's situation. A sad embrace could also mean that somebody's stuck. Thank you. So they're stuck in their thinking pattern, that they are in a victim mentality that they cannot get out of, that they're not allowing themselves to get out of. And it's a very intense, it's almost, I want to say, like a depression. There is medical reasons why people are depressed, but a lot of depression is a psychological mindset thought. And it's about how we think and process, and what we think and process from, because a lot of that comes from our childhood. Maybe there's a trauma, PTSD, that kind of thing. So that's what this might be thinking, is that somebody's depressed and they're not allowing themselves a new mindset, how to think about things and how to grow in that mindset. And then we have the sacred pool, which is the number 2. It looks like 47, but it is actually the number 2. And that's about balance. It's about either bringing things together or separating to make things happen. So these two would work together as far as numerology. That would make complete sense. And then the sacred pool, usually that's a place where, if I remember right, is that connecting the dots? I can't remember. Oh, no. So the sacred pool is about looking basically in the mirror at yourself. Self-examination is what I'm pretty sure what it is. So when you look in the mirror, do you like what you see? Again, we're talking about, remember, they asked me to talk about depression, talk about your mindset. The sacred pool card asks that you focus on self-love and self-esteem. We are all works in progress, so a detached self-examination. Now, I'm going to repeat that because that's really, really important. If you don't understand what detached is, it's like a unbiased examination. So a detached self-examination made with rigorous honesty is called for now. So reflect in the sacred pool at the piece of yourself. Can you see how far you've come? Do you even look at even the little things that you've done and how far you've come and how magical your life really is? Do you notice the spark of the divine shining through your eyes? And what that means is, are you really paying attention what the divine is doing in your life? So when you're conscious that your embodiment of spirit, it becomes easier to respect yourself and act in good conscience, and then you'll reap the greatest rewards. So that is very true, because I used to think very earthly, even though I would believe in God, or divine, or whatever it is that you believe in, something of a higher power. I really didn't walk the walk. I didn't really understand it, but it was pushed down my throat as a child. But I had already had abilities that I didn't even understand back then, and nobody would let me talk about them back then. So, so this is actually looking in the mirror. It took me almost 50 years to come out to who the person I really, really was. And I looked in the mirror and I said, no, this is who I am. This is who the divine created me and built me to be. I want to be it. I want to come out. And what happened was I just stopped thinking about and worrying about what others thought. Gave a crap about whatever they thought. They don't like me. They don't like me. They think I'm nuts. They think I'm nuts. Let them think I'm nuts. Divine knows I'm not. You know, he gives me the gifts for whatever reason to use them and utilize them. So I do. If I don't, I'm slapping him in the face. You know, why would I slap a gift in the face? You know, he's given me a gift. He gives me a gift of life every day. So anyway, so we've got some real strong energies going on here. Ooh. Somebody may have been not left at the altar, but maybe an engagement broke off. I don't know who that's for. I don't even see that here, but they asked me to share that. Not sure who that's for. But just know that there is a reason for that, and that the divine will protect you from something that he knows is not good for you. But there are some really good things coming. If you look in the mirror, and you see the positiveness, the high vibrations, the joy, the things that you have, the things that you can do, the things that the divine has created you to do, the passions that you have inside, there's something coming up that you are going to do that you're going to be victorious over. You're going to do it yourself. And other people are going to like, wow, where did this come from? What a change. And in that process, I think somebody's getting left behind. Maybe this, excuse me, maybe this is where the person who was left at the altar, or the engagement broke off, or whatever. I think this is probably where this has happened. Somebody was really just not having it, sort of left out in the cold kind of thing. But there is something positive coming from that. There is like a reunion. Maybe there's somebody else that really needed to come through, but that other person had to go away first. So thank you. Okay, so they're saying because of the sacred pool, this self-reflection. What the heck is that? I think I just had a bug on my computer. No. Oh my gosh, what is going on? Hang on, guys. I just had a virus or something pop up on my, I had to stop it. I don't know if it's a virus or whatever, but I'm not computer savvy. So, but I know that it was interrupting everything. So, okay, so can you bring those thoughts back, please? Okay, so this is somebody that actually has found their way, found their accomplishments. They did look in the mirror and say, you know what, I can do this. I really can do this. And then somebody sort of is left behind. It's sort of like almost a friendship that you elevated the friendship, or you elevated yourself, and it sort of left that friend sort of a little bit, not lower. It's just they feel like that you've changed enough that there's not enough clicking, which brings you to a new energy. One that's actually going to be really good for you and actually move forward. So if that energy is, you know, like a marriage or a celebration of marriage, this is usually a celebration of marriage, of some type of marriage. But it's almost like I've got two energies going here. I'm trying to get them divided. So the one energy is done something that they finally are confident in themselves. They're finally Okay, so you guys might be experiencing buffering. I don't know what that did to my computer. So hopefully, if you guys are on and if you could comment if the video is coming through, okay, that would be great. But this is an energy that you've looked at your self-love, you've looked at your self-worth, you've looked at everything in the mirror and said, yep, I'm going to do this, I'm going to keep moving forward. You are going to leave people behind. When I began bodybuilding, I called it divorcing my friends. I literally divorced my family for a while because they were sabotaging me. They were not helping me get to my next goal. They were like, yeah, you'll never do it. I was 215 pounds. And I said, well, I'm going to go into bodybuilding. And they laughed and they're like, yeah, ha, ha, ha. And then a year later, I'm on a bodybuilding stage at 136 pounds, 70 pounds later. So this is the kind of energy that it's like you're moving up. This energy doesn't want you to move up. You have to make that choice to keep moving up because you've got some really beautiful things coming. Sorry, there is a lot of distractions coming in here energy-wise and also technical, so I apologize. All right, let's see what's going on. So really do keep, yeah, it does take a lot of strength. It will take strength for you to be disciplined. It will take strength for you to say no. That's not a bad word because you're taking self-love, self-care, self-worth, self-value. No, I can't do that. No, I won't go there. No, I'm setting boundaries. You know, yes, I will do that. And that's also keeping your integrity up and high. For somebody, this is you feel like you're carrying the burden. So we've got a burden of carrying, either somebody's carrying the burden or they were carrying the burden and they finally released it because of this self-love. Saying, nope, not going to do it no more. Ain't going to happen. Okay, I love myself too much that I'm not going to do that anymore. And this can go into relationships. You know, I'm in the dating field right now too, but the thing is, you have to have enough self-love to say no. So, you know, you get some girl or guy coming towards you and, you know, you're like, yeah, they're really nice. They seem to be nice. But then they share some information with you that you're like, that's going to complicate my life, or that's going to put them ahead of me rather than being a we. So thank you, but no thank you. That's the self-love yourself you need. So we have, this was up right before. So we have the three, again, we've got the 3 of Wands and the 4 of Wands. So somebody's thinking forward. Somebody is thinking for the future. Somebody is trying to think of the future. Think right now, because right now the future is so unstable. Just, you know, make a plan. Maybe a baby step here and there, because you're going to have these switchbacks. You're going to think, oh, I'm going to do this in June. I'm going to do this. Can I do this? It's like me as a travel agent. I can plan on a vacation for even the spring of 2021, but I have to know in the back of my mind, I need to be flexible because things could change in a day, or don't plan it. That's where I need to basically be. And that's where this is needing to be. And again, we're going to move back to this sad embrace. They're asking me to go back here. So this sad embrace, we really need to look at that, because that is really an earthly mindset. Somebody needs to, I'm not showing all those. Are you kidding me? We'd be here all day long. These people do not want to be here all day long. Is an earthly process. We've got a lot of communication in here as well. So there is a lot of communication that either needs to be going on with yourself or with someone else. And it is going to take strength. If it's with somebody else, it is going to take strength to say, hey, can we sit down and talk about blah, blah, blah. We really need to get blah, blah, blah out in the open, because you need to get to the root of the issues. And if you're going to move forward in a positive manner, then you do have to, communication is key. Communication builds trust. Trust builds communication. So these are key. And also too, if there's positive, good communication, you're on the equal plane. You're a winner, and somebody's not left out thinking like, okay. And this is a process. If you start to grow to a new level and somebody is not keeping up with you, don't think that's a bad thing. That's just their journey. But explain it to them. Just say, you know what, we just don't have that much in common. When I was bodybuilding, the only thing I had in common with one of the girls that I used to hang out with is we'd go out and drink and dance. That's it. And I was growing. I didn't want to do that anymore. Plus, I couldn't do that anymore because I was trying to get ready for change my body and all that kind of stuff, but also compete. I'm not going to do that anymore. If that's the only thing we have in common, that's not healthy. That's not healthy. So those are things you have to think about, things that you need to be reflecting on. Be truthful and honest with yourself. Does that person need to go? Oh, I want to hang on to them, but if they go, what? Let them go. See what happens. Let the divine take care of it. Let the divine bring them back. You're fighting yourself. You're fighting yourself. You are fighting yourself. So we have the 6 of Wands, which you have something coming toward you beautifully that you can accomplish and do. And then you've got the 6 of Swords. You're fighting yourself. You are just, and this fight is about spiritual. This is your integrity versus what you really want. What do you really need and what you really want? Divine gives you what you need for your journey, your growth, your purpose. Earth gives you what you want. 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, you're holding on to something. You're definitely holding on to something. You got to let it go. This is Earth. You're holding on to something that is either materialistic or something, a relationship that dead and gone. They're emotionally not there. And you just want to hang on to them because you think it's going to change. You know what? Let them go. Let them go and see if it does change. If it doesn't change, that's the divine saying, I needed you to do that so I can bring you this. But the more you hang on to it, the more you slow down your process. And the more that you hold up your process of getting everything you wanted. It is hard to let things go. It is. But like I was sharing with one of the other signs, there was somebody who posted on my Facebook that they had a posting of a little girl holding a teddy bear. And then there was Jesus kneeling down and asking for the teddy bear. And she's like, but I love my teddy bear. The little captions, but I love my teddy bear. And he's just got his hand out. And she's like, but I have something better for you. But she couldn't see the big teddy bear that he was holding behind his back. That's this kind of a thing. And this is a relationship. So for many, many years, I stupidly hung on to a relationship. They were gone. They were mentally, emotionally, physically gone. And I was like, and I married him for life. I married him for life. I thought, well, maybe he'll come back. Maybe he'll come back. For the longest time, years, I wasted time. Because the divine only had him in that part of my life for a purpose for that time. Time to go. You did your purpose. You did what I wanted you to do. Time to go. Also, the divine can see things I can't see. So I don't know if he was protecting me or not, because what I found out was he married 3 other women after me. He's the one that was lost. He's the one that needed to be found. He's the one that needed to do his homework. So he wasn't really planning on sticking around in the first place. And I was 40. I waited until I was 41 people to get married. 41. Whew. I thought I found my soulmate. Yeah. All right. So let's see. So stop hanging on to things that you don't need to be hanging on to. This is a really good time to purge. We're getting ready for the new year, getting ready for new energies. People believe in all that. Blah, blah, blah. But if you do believe in that, then it's time to get rid of. Clean your house. Clean your house. Clean your garage. And I'm not talking about the physical stuff. I'm talking about the emotional stuff. The stuff you're hanging on to that has been there for years, that's doing you no good other than bringing you down, your vibrations down. It's like old pictures of things that, if you can look at, I look at my wedding pictures now, and before I used to get depressed and cry, and, he left me. Yeah, after a year. But the thing is, I can look at them now and I look at them in joy. And I look at them and I say, you know what? Thank you, Divine, for those times, because they sure taught me something. Thank you for bringing him into my life, because he taught my daughter this. He taught me this about myself. And you know what? I look at him and I'm like, I pray for him and I say, I really hope that he is doing good, that he has found himself, and that he did find love and happiness, because he was never happy. When you can do that, you know you are healing. When you can release something and do that and thank the Divine for it and move on and be joyful about it, you are healing. Until then, you're on the earth. All right? Whew. Oh my goodness. Didn't even realize the time. Okay. 4 of Swords. 4 of Swords. Again, we really want to be seeking the truth in anything that we do, and even in ourselves. Again, this looking in the mirror, being unbiased, you know, self-examination, true. You know, you look at yourself and say, you know what? You know, you look at yourself and you say, you know what? I have been an unhappy person. I have been a depressed person, but you know what? This person is beautiful. Person is what the Divine created. This person made me a horse person. I am a horse person. I am going to embrace that. And I'm going to do everything that the Divine wants me to do in this industry. Been in a horse industry for many years, but I've been in horses since I was 8, 9, 7, 6, somewhere around there. So, you know, you have to really be honest. Yes, I do need to work on being stubborn. I do need to work on being, you know, my anger. I do need to be working on, be honest with yourself, because in your weakness, the Divine will bring you strength. If he doesn't bring you strength, he'll bring you someone with the strength of what your weakness is, and vice versa. It's coming, he's coming or she's coming towards you, but you won't have it until you let go of the baggage. How many baggages are you bringing with you? I watch some movies and they got these crates of, or these things of baggages all over. I go travel, I've got one. I don't want all that baggage. I don't want all that drama. I don't want all that old stuff that doesn't even matter anymore, because it's done. We're in the now. And also, too, if you bring that baggage into the now, this person will not stick around. Who is ever coming forward to you, they won't stick around, because you're bringing the past and not giving them a chance. When you don't give somebody a chance, a unbiased chance, because you're comparing to somebody or you're bringing somebody else's energy into it, and that person may not even be the same at all, then you don't give that person a chance. It's just like, why do you even date, or why do you even go move forward with somebody if you're going to basically look at them and say, well, so-and-so did this to me. Are you going to do that to me? Oh, so-and-so did this, you know, or they were like this. You're not ready to date if you're going to do that, because that's not fair to that person. And they're ready. They may be emotionally ready and they may really, really like you, but you're going to squash this. And that's where you stay, because it's like, well, why doesn't anybody like me? Why can't I find a date? Why can't I do this? Why can't I? It's your thinking process. What's going on here? It's all your thinking process. All right. All right. Let's see what else we got going here. Woo. Yeah, you can have it. The star is there. It is ready. It is waiting. The star is there. And here's the thing with the star. When you are getting more balanced, she's more about balance, you will be more comfortable and full of freedom to expose yourself even more in who you really are. Because somebody's really fearful to show themselves. Somebody's been physically or sexually abused. Been there, done that. So, I mean, I know what you're going through. But you'll become to a point where you are now going to not be so vulnerable, not be so, you'll be able to say, hey, yeah, I like that too, that kind of thing. Whereas before you were like, no, I don't even want to talk about that. Can we talk about something else? That's the energies that could be being brought forward, and that is why um, these feelings are happening. Depression, or why me? Why can't I find somebody? Why can't I? It's there, and you've had opportunities, and it's going to come, but it's your mindset, and you are going to win. It's your mindset. Um, so that's where that is. And also, too, that's really one for coaching or counseling, that kind of a thing, to help you get out of that. But you have to be, for yourself, for today, you have to be unbiased when you do your own self-examination. When you look in the mirror, who is that person that you're looking at? Who is it that you really, really are when you get down to the roots? Before I came out being an empath, I would fake it until I made it. I didn't tell anybody about my abilities. God forbid I tell somebody that I'm an empath, that I can tell intuition, I can feel energies, I can see certain things, or I can, I have clairvoyant wisdom on certain things. God forbid I told somebody that. They would think I was completely nuts. Now I said, you know what, I looked in the mirror. This is the divine made me. And I'm coming out and told my daughter, I said, this is what I'm going to do. And she's like, are you kidding me? Really? She goes, oh, okay, not a problem. Because she's on my side. Where else she can you? Anyway. All right, Aquarius. So this is your reading for today. It's huge. If I was an Aquarius, I'd probably go back and rewatch this again, only because there is so much information in it. I personally don't remember the readings. Divine doesn't usually let me. I have to go back and watch them because the Divine doesn't. These aren't for me, so these are for you guys. So the information that comes through is not for me, so I don't remember a lot of them. So again, sometimes if somebody doesn't want to do a one-on-one, I will watch it again so that I can say, hey, I know what you were talking about. Yeah, because that was in the reading and blah, 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 blah. Also, too, I also look at the planets. I look at what's going on there. I look at the universe. But I have a lot of different downloads that come in that I can't explain. I don't know how. They're just there. So anyway, remember to like the dailies. I am going to keep doing those through December. I got a lot more people liking them, surprisingly. So I will keep doing them. I enjoy doing them. They just make sure you hit like so I know that we should keep them going after January. And then I'm going to be doing some more videos on empath, and also to probably some supernatural ones, but also mindset too. People are having to a little confusion are asking me about mindset as far as spiritual earth and all that kind of stuff. So that'll be coming to the future. So, and if you subscribe and hit the bell, you'll know when those are coming on live or when I'm on live, if you care. Alrighty, we will talk to you soon. And Aquarius, this is for the 7th through the 13th. So we'll see you on the 14th. You guys have a great, great, great week. Be safe with that COVID out there, wherever you are in this world. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right. Take care. Love you guys.